Week 1 of the fantasy football season. Here's the top 12 DST defense rankings this week. The first one, the Baltimore Ravens. So the Ravens defense, I think, is going to be a solid unit this season and finish within the top 10 at the defensive position. But this week with a great matchup versus rookie C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans offense, I think they could pounce with them coming into town. I expect Baltimore to get off to a quick start in this game and really make this offense one-dimensional. So this week, I got them in number 1, number 2, San Francisco 49ers. Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line really isn't all that good. And this San Francisco unit has a lot of talented players on that defense. So this week here versus a bad offensive line and a young second-year quarterback in Kenny Pickett, I think this 49er defense comes to play in this one and has a nice ball game. And I got them in number 2, number 3, the Washington Commanders. So the Commanders, I don't think their defense is that great of a D, but this week here were one of the best matchups you possibly could have with the Arizona Cardinals coming into town. Pretty much a team that's been gutted over the last couple seasons, and now Joshua Dobbs is going to be the starting quarterback because obviously Kyler Murray is out with injury here. This Washington Commander team, they could take advantage of that obviously because, like I said, there's not really many weapons over there as well. You got Hollywood Brown, you got Rondé Moore, James Conner, pretty solid back out of the backfield. But this could be a ball game where this Washington defense tees off early and often on Joshua Dobbs if we have a good ball game. So this week he has a streaming option and a top defense. I got them at 3, number 4, Philadelphia Eagles at the New England Patriots. So this Eagle defense, they just got better, believe it or not, in the offseason, obviously, with the NFL draft. And when you got a great defense last year that got to the Super Bowl, and now you got a great matchup on paper at the New England Patriots that really don't have many offensive weapons as well. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's banged up. We don't know if he's 100%. Devontae Parker, I know he's made some plays in the past, but he hasn't been that relevant as he was in Miami. And also, Mac Jones, he's definitely struggled over the last season and a half here. So with all those factors and this New England team, I don't know how they're going to score the football a lot on this Philly defense. It could be a big day for Philly, and I got them in number 4, number 5, the Seattle Seahawks. So the Seahawks, another defense that's more of a streaming option this week because of the matchup with the Los Angeles Rams coming to town. And it looks like Cooper Kupp's not going to play in this ball game. Seattle's got the 12th man in the home opener. And Matthew Stafford, I don't know if he's 100% as well, so he's going to be out there with guys like Von Jefferson and Ben Skoranek as his number 1 and 2 wide receivers, which definitely isn't a great thing here for the Rams and Matthew Stafford. So I think Seattle could take, obviously, advantage of that. And this is a big division game. I know it's week 1, but the Seattle team's going to be amped up. This Ram team, offensive line problems and not a true number 1 weapon on the offense. I think it's going to be a good game for the Seattle DST in this one. Number 6, the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Anthony Richardson, I think he's going to be a talented quarterback. I think he's going to make some plays, but also I think he could make some mistakes in this ball game as well here. So this Jacksonville defense, they're middle of the pack type of D in my opinion. But this week here versus a young rookie quarterback and a team without Jonathan Taylor and many weapons besides Michael Pittman and Alec Pierce for the most part, I think they could take advantage of this Indianapolis offense. And if this Jacksonville Jaguar offense could get off to an early start in this one and make the rookie quarterback Richardson trail in this ball game, that could just help the defense as well. So I think this week Jacksonville as a streaming option is a pretty good option this week. And like I said, with a rookie quarterback and no Jonathan Taylor there, I think they could get a couple turnovers, a couple sacks, and put up some points for fantasy owners. Number 7, the Dallas Cowboys. So this Cowboy defense, one of the best units last season in fantasy football, and especially in taking away the football as well. So this week they got the New York Giants, a team that is pretty solid in taking care of the football and is a division rival where all these ball games are pretty much close, even though the Dallas Cowboys have had the Giants number now over the last 4 or 5 seasons here. And now to add Stephon Gilmore to this defense, to go with a Diggs, obviously a Micah Parsons and a DeMarcus Lawrence. This is a solid defense, no doubt about it. This ball game, though, I think is going to be tightly contested. And I think the Cowboys in this one will put up a solid fantasy game. But I don't think they're going to have a huge ball game. But I got them at 7 this week. Number 8, the Minnesota Vikings. So Baker Mayfield, the starter now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, going from Brady to Baker. They still got solid weapons in Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Rashad White out of the backfield. But I think this Minnesota Viking team, they get off to a roaring start in this ball game. And the game plan is going to be let Baker Mayfield try to beat us and sell out pretty much on the run and try to shut out Mike Evans with double team coverage in this one. But like I said, if Minnesota gets off to a 10, 14-point lead early on in this game, that's where their defense is at best, where they're up with a lead and they could just start teeing off at the quarterback and going for the big plays. So right now, I think Minnesota with a good matchup and not a great quarterback on the other side of things in Baker Mayfield have a good ball game, and they're a good streaming option as well. So I got them at 8 this week. Number 9, Denver Broncos. So the Denver Broncos, we know they're a solid unit. You know they're going to be amped up here, home opener over there, Mile High versus division rival, the Vegas Raiders coming to town. We know they got one of the best corners in the league in Patrick Surtain. And right here with Sean Payton now leading this squad, I think they're going to go out there, play good football. And Jimmy Garoppolo, we know he's a quarterback that don't really move the football all that great. So this game is going to be a lot of Josh Jacobs, I believe. And obviously force-feeding Devontae Adams. But if they could keep Adams at bay a little bit with Surtain on him and shut down the run with Josh Jacobs, I think this defense could have a good ball game. But right now, I'm going to pump the brakes a little bit. And I got them in number 9. Number 10, the Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets. So this Buffalo Bill defense, we know is a solid unit. We know this defense, they want to go out there and stop Aaron Rodgers with all this hype with the New York Jets and this offense coming into the season now. And rightfully so. The Jets do have good weapons, no doubt about it. Garrett Wilson, who had a great rookie season, over 1,100 yards last season. Alan Lazard, who they signed from Green Bay, obviously. You got Dalvin Cook and Hall in the backfield. But this Jet offensive line definitely is a weakness, in my opinion, for them. And Aaron Rodgers, he is up there at age of 39 years old. Even though I think the Jets could put points on the board in this one, I still think Buffalo has a top 10 performance this week. And I got them at 10. Number 11, the New Orleans Saints versus the Tennessee Titans. So the Tennessee Titans, their offensive line's one of the worst lines in the league, obviously. I know they got Derrick Henry, DeAndre Hopkins, Traylon Burks, but Ryan Tannehill as well. He hasn't been a good quarterback over the last couple seasons. He turns the football over. A lot of 3-and-out drives we've seen, and third down efficiency not being good over here for this Tennessee team. And this same team here, now they actually got a capable quarterback to keep that offense on the field and make some plays here with Derek Carr. That's just going to help the defense as a whole. And like I said here, this Tennessee team, we'll see how this offense is going to operate. But I think this same team, home opener, new quarterback, defense fired up in this one. I got them at 11, and the 12th and final defense I'm ranking this week is the New York Jets. So the Jets, obviously, they're top 5, top 8 fantasy defense this season, no doubt about it. But the problem with the Jets is they don't turn the ball over a lot. We saw it last season. They were one of the worst teams in turnovers. And third down stops as well. They didn't get a lot of third down stops where the efficiency wasn't great at all. So right now, it's a tough matchup versus the Buffalo Bills. I know last season they held the Bills down for the most part, but you know the Bills are going to come in here. Worldwide game, Monday Night Football, division matchup, and they're going to figure some things out, I think, as Buffalo. So the Jets, like I said, they definitely could get to Josh Allen in this ball game, but turnovers has been an issue for them. And you know Buffalo wants to go in there and stick it to them here in week 1 with all the attention on New York. But right now, I got both defenses in Buffalo and the Jets right now, because I could see both these offenses putting up some points in this one. So that's the top 12 defense DST units I'm ranking here for week 1 of the fantasy football season.